Okie dokie. So, I was gifted a couple machines. I have this one. It's just a normal HP. The only problem with her is that she doesn't have any correct. There's no HDMI. I'd have to use an adapter. So I'm hoping to get something that fills the gap. I need HDMI or even regular VGA would do me just fine. So now I've got this one that I'm trying to run as well. She's open, as you can see. This is what an iMac looks like open and doing its thing. So we got our hard drive here. I haven't been able to get any video on this. I don't think that is the computer's fault. So what I like to do is take out these CMOS batteries. This runs the start of the computer. It's called your BIOS, Basic Input Output System. So I like to take that out. We got our power supply here for all those that don't know. I actually have a wireless card in this one, so it means it's a pretty new system. Tell me why it's DVI then, huh? Okay. So, what I want to show you. When your system has to be restarted. Just want to make sure you can fit it. Okay. When your system has to be restarted or it shuts down, it's too hot, this is what you're going to be messing with. You want to make sure all power is off. Sometimes there's switches on the back here. Make sure everything's unplugged. Also, once it's unplugged, press and hold power for about 5 seconds. That should discharge any power to the system. If you wanted to go one step further, there's a tab. There's a tab on the other side of this. But I'll show you. It's kind of hard to pull this out of your system. Not fun. You can hear how unfun this is. Ow. So this is your full-on power to your system. Sits right there. Bloop. Okay, so that is the best way to make sure you're not gonna ruin your system, damage your system, get electrocuted, all those things. I was just electrocuted about 5 minutes ago. Okay. So if you know how to take your case off, there's usually 1 to 2 screws. You just slide it off. Gamer PCs, the screws are usually 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you take glass off. There's also some that have like a unlocking mechanism, and you just hit the button and it slides. I'll say most of them slide out like that. So then you got these, if you can see, 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this runs down there. This is the fan. You shouldn't have an issue pulling that. Blam. There you go. Fan 4. So then we do everything kind of in star formation. 1. You know what? There's 4. You can count. I will do them real quick. So, God, that's loud. You know what? I'm not even going to use it. I'll just use my hand. I got the 4. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll show you a little. I don't know if it's going to make the sound now. No, it won't. So, little bit of force, not much. You can see how dusty that is. Also, you can see that's dried. That is very much dry. Look at all that dust. That's not even too bad. Then we go down here. Now your best bet is sweep it a little. You can gather the dust with your hands. You don't need dust off. I will show you that when I'm cleaning a system, you've got this here. When I'm cleaning a system, I will take the CPU off. So you press down and over. You can see how I do that. We'll go this way. Press down and over, press down and over. Beautiful. Then you see how that moved? Come on, bro. Doop. That means unlocked. Then you can pull this out. Stop. Don't do it. For more novice people, I would suggest not messing around. So, make sure I'm down there. Okay. I would get some Q-tips. So that's what I'm gonna do. One sec. So I've got in my possession Q-tips, 70% isopropyl alcohol. I'm sure someone's gonna be like, it's gotta be 90. And then I use shop towels. They're a little thicker. I'm gonna use more Q-tips. So I'm gonna set you down just like that. And I'll start off. So I've learned throughout the years that, yes, be careful with your system. Be very careful. Make sure you're not destroying things. Make sure you're cleaning the vents and fans out, because smoking, cats, fur, I mean, just living in any kind of dusty place is gonna be hard. So, with the drier CPU, it's so much easier than working with wet CPU. Wet CPU gets everywhere. So when you're reapplying, you just be very careful, because you don't want to get it on the system. Again, this is your CPU. This is the thing that, if your system's turning off just unexpectedly, if you feel like it's getting too hot, this is what's gonna fix it. Also, an upgrade in memory never hurts. So that's actually what I'm gonna do to my system as well. Mine I just got from a woman. She just gave me a whole bunch of computers. She's very nice and sweet, and not my new best friend. Or at least I think so. So then, I'll show you guys what I did here. I don't have any dust off. Okay. So, this, clean off. Also, make sure no oil, no nothing, blah, 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 blah. If you're new to this, do not move this. Leave this where it is. As long as you're not pouring isopropyl alcohol on things, you're fine. So then the next thing you do, this one's much easier to clean because it's just metal. So you clean this side off too. This is where your fan is. I just cleaned the fan. Yes, it's still a little dusty, but that little dust isn't going to hurt anything. I'm also going to do a quick memory upgrade. I got an 8 gig here. I'm thinking 16. So I'm going to... if it fits. This might be too new for this system. This is an older system. What do we got here? Yeah, I don't think this is the right size. Oh my lord, it is. So we got another 8 gig. That PC3, so that means it's called DDR3 or PC3. And that 128 is kind of how it performs. So let's compare it to what we got here. Perfect. Matches. Perfect. So we put that bad boy in there. And what we do is, because these clip the second. So if you watch, if I can do it.
OS 10 includes a built-in screen reader called VoiceOver.
Okay.
If you know how to use VoiceOver, press Command F5 now to turn it
I'm incorrectly. One sec. Let me get it. Because my OS X is now working. So I just want you to see how it clips. I'm going to hold one on each side. That's what you want. Clippity clip clip. So now I've upgraded this to 16. But I'm most focused on that. Now I go into my handy dandy bag. Sorry, I've got a Mac running at the same time. This is what you need. Arctic Silver, Silver Thermal Gel, AMD Intel. You want to find some good stuff because it is all about what you use. I have gold stuff, doesn't work well. I have white stuff, doesn't work well. You want to make sure you get the right thermal gel. I have a yellow thermal gel that works amazing. Very expensive though. Seeing as how this is a test system. Please don't come for me. I put a lot of thermal gel on, and I do it in a very certain way. I do dot, circle, circle, dot, big old mean dot in the middle. That is how I perform my cooling duties. Once that is on, because you don't want to mess anything up. Once you put this heatsink back on, you don't want to really, I mean, it can move a little bit, but you really want the least amount of movement from it. Like, I'm talking side to side movement. So before you do anything, you go, okay, so this needs to be plugged in. Where's the fan plug? Oh yeah, that's right. I took a picture or something. It's right there. Or I took a picture of how my system looked. That's always a great idea. How my system looked before anything happened. So let me sit you back down here because I believe I have a nice long cord. Also, it's a full square. I don't have to worry about not getting in the right spot. So I am gonna line up my screw holes. Lined up. then I'm going to screw it in. So I usually just hold the top and repeat my process. So I'm at the top one right now, sorry. I don't go fully in, then I go to this one. Two. Again, I don't go fully in. Now, two, then we do, this is the one I call three. Most things on a computer are in some type of star formation. And four, here we go with numero 4. So, once they're in, that's when I full tighten them. Now, this might be overboard, but I just don't like too much tension on one side or the other. So, fully tighten, tight. Come on. Tight. 3. You can use star keys, but you can also use a flathead for these. Because I don't know if you can tell, there's a flat part there. Tight. Very last. Beautiful. See how I can move that whole system? That's in. Then I take my things. So what I usually do, if I'm not comfortable or used to a certain computer, I take pictures. I take tons of pictures before I remove anything. Because if you get stopped halfway through, you can always look back at what you have. If you get scared halfway through, you can always reassemble it. So I know how these pins go in. And so I just blam, get that back right in. Then, because we took the power out, we are going to go back here, line it up. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, some of these are squares, some are not. It goes in a certain way. So, goes in just like that. And you're going to want to have just a little bit of force. There we go, in. What else we got? This would be where I could house a small video card. Now, if you have a video card and you can't get to this without pulling that, I want to show you this tab. This tab, as soon as you pull this tab, it unlocks it. Because when you press a video card in, you'll hear a click, and this will unlock it. So, if you're trying this and need to get a video card out, first you'd take this off. First you'd take this off, because this is, one sec. This is just for posterity's sake. Anyone who has anything different, this slides right up, slides up. Video cards are usually housed right here. So, say you need it off. There might be a screw here you gotta take off. Then you go here. And as you're holding, I would hold. I wonder if I can get this folding system so you guys can see a little bit better. So you'd be holding the top of this video card, as the same time you're releasing this. So you'd release and pull. Just so you guys know, again, I upgraded the memory. I need to find an adapter or a video card though, so that I can get some. I'm not getting any kind of video right now, and that's due to the fact I don't have the correct DVI, so I need a small video card. I'm going to look through my things. But yeah, that's heatsink thermal gel replacement on most systems. A gamer system is almost, it is exactly the same. You just usually have to deal with pulling a video card out. And that's where you very much want to be careful. Sometimes there's 2 of these slots, so if you break the slot, you could go to the next one. This doesn't have that. But I just wanted to show everybody. It's quite simple. You do have to get over the fear of opening things. If you have someone to help, that's always good. Just wanted to put this video out there. Love y'all. Bye.